Hey guys, welcome back to the Tendo Unlimited YouTube channel. Hope you're doing good, because I'm doing great. Today we're back in the kitchen and we're going to be cooking some spaghetti with Gorgonzola cream sauce. Alright, and with that we're going to have some steamed vegetables. So I hope you're ready to get cooking. Here we go. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna need for this dish are these ingredients. First I need the, what's it called? First I got some pork that I've sliced into small pieces like this. This is about the size that I want. Yeah, so I got the pork slices, and then I'm also going to need some onion that I've cut already, some tomato, a little bit of tomato that I've cut already as well, some paprika, some chili, that's fresh chili, and also some green salad, scallion. So I'm also going to need some mushrooms. I like to throw this in when the sauce is almost ready because I don't want them cooked too much. I usually buy a lot of mushrooms at once, then I wash them, let them dry, not like really dry, but just dry off the water that I used to wash them with. Then I cut them into slices and I throw them into the freezer. So I always got fresh mushrooms whenever I need. Alright guys, and the spices that I'm going to use is chili pepper, some nutmeg, some black pepper. I'm also gonna need some turmeric, some curry, some salt, and some thyme. Alright, so those are the spices I'm gonna need. Yeah, so also I'm gonna need some gorgonzola, and of course the heavy cream, and to fry it up I'm gonna use some rapeseed oil. Alright, and we're also gonna need some spaghetti, of course. Now for my spaghetti I'm gonna put in some salt while it's boiling, just to give it a little taste, and when it's done and I've taken out the water, I'm gonna put in some olive oil and some oregano. Yeah, and that gives it a really nice taste. That's how I like my spaghetti. So now all that's left to do is to start cooking. Let's go. So I'm gonna start by frying the meat like that. I put in some rapeseed oil into the pan. Let that warm up for a minute. So I got the spaghetti cooking here. Yep, looking good. Okay, so now the oil is hot enough, so I'm going to start frying the meat. Put it all in there. Like that. And just fry that. So I'm going to fry this until it gets a nice color. Then I'm going to put in the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so just to make sure that the meat gets a nice taste, I'm going to put in some salt and some curry. A little bit of salt into the meat, like that, and also some curry. Let that cook in there. Yes, so now you can see the meat is really frying in there. It's looking good. So what I do is just stir it around every now and then. And it's starting to get a nice color with the sauce and the curry. Soon time to add the rest of the ingredients. I like to fry it really well so it gets properly done, because the rest of the ingredients are mostly greens and they don't need to cook as long. But I'm just going to make sure the meat is ready before I add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so now I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to start with some onions. So now the onions are in there as well. I'm going to let them fry for a minute with the meat. And as you can see, I keep stirring it. The onions are starting to break up now. And they're the perfect size, the way I like them. Right, so now I'm going to put in the rest of the ingredients. The tomato, the paprika, the chili, and the green onions, the scallion. All goes in there now, like that. Look how tasty it looks now. What I gotta do is just keep stirring it. And now I'm going to add the spices. So I put in a little bit of thyme, like that. The Tumeric, a little bit of that. Some Tumeric. Some black pepper, some nutmeg, and some chili pepper. That should do it. That's how it looks when I've added the spices. Now I just blend that. Looking really yummy. And it's smelling really yummy as well. I also add on a little more salt. Like that. Alright guys, I think it's ready for the heavy cream. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some of that in. That's how it looks when I've added the heavy cream. Stir that a bit. Right. So now I'm just gonna put on a lid and let that cook for a while. I put down the heat a bit so it doesn't boil too heavily. I just want it to simmer. Now I'm gonna let it boil for a while. I'm just gonna put on the lid. And the reason I put on the lid is because I don't want it to lose too much moisture while it's cooking. I just put it on like that and I'll let it boil for a while. About 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so now it's been cooking for like 10 minutes. And I think that should be enough. Now it's time to throw in the Gorgonzola. So I add in quite a big chunk into there. Slice it up, because now it's going to melt in there and add that Gorgonzola flavor. Alright. If the sauce gets too thick, you can just add a little bit of water. But for now it's looking quite okay. But I will add some water. I don't want it to be too thick. Alright. So there. So now I'm going to let the Gorgonzola melt. Then I'm going to stir it a little bit later. Something like that. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of water right now. Like that. Just to make sure it's not that thick. Just to make sure it's not too thick. That's looking nice now. Look at that. Look at this, my people. Looking nice. Looking nice. Alright, so I'm gonna let that boil for a minute. With the lid on. Alright, so now it's boiling again. And the Gorgonzola is melted. So now the sauce is actually ready. But I'm gonna go ahead and add some mushrooms. And let them cook for a while. Not too long, just like maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Then the sauce will be ready. It's looking good, nice and thick. All right, so I'm just gonna put on the lid and let that cook for another 5 minutes. Then the sauce will be done. So now that the spaghetti is done, I put in some olive oil. And also, I put in some oregano. Like that. Then I just mix that up. And now the spaghetti is done. Right. So now the sauce is ready. It's been boiling now for another 5 minutes. And the mushrooms are ready. So now the sauce is ready. Alright, so I'm going to take it off the stove. And I'm going to steam me some greens. Then the food will be ready. Alright. How y'all think that looks? Now for greens, I'm just gonna have some frozen greens that I'm gonna steam up in my steamer. And what I have is like corn, peas, paprika mix. I got some broccoli, and I also got some okra. Alright, so that's what I'm gonna steam up. Right, so I've added about that much water into the saucepan. Then I add my magic steamer like that. Then I just add the greens. Something like that. Like that, y'all. And I'm gonna season this with some salt and some black pepper. And I might add something else just for flavor. Some black pepper. Yeah, I'm gonna add some oregano in there. Just a little bit of oregano to give it a little bit extra flavor. Alright, so now all I gotta do is put on the lid. I'll let that steam for about 10 minutes and it'll be ready. Alright guys, so now the food is ready. We got the spaghetti over here. We got the cream sauce right here. And we got the steamed vegetables over here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and plate the food. I'm gonna start with the spaghetti. Like that. Then I'm gonna add the cream sauce. The Gorgonzola cream sauce. Like that. And then I'm also gonna add some steamed vegetables, a little on the side like that. Make sure I get some okra, because okra is really healthy. Good food. Alright. And there you have it, guys. Spaghetti with pork and Gorgonzola cream sauce with steamed vegetables on the side. Alright. Yep, so now all that's left to do is taste this and see how it tastes. Alright guys, now let's see how this food tastes. Alright. That's really nice. I can really taste the Gorgonzola coming through there. And the sauce, this sauce was really nice. I can feel some nutmeg. And it's really peppery as well, kind of hot. Ooh, and the meat tastes really nice as well. Kind of hot, really spicy. I just made this recipe up today. I felt like eating something like this, and it turned out really nice. Let me just see how steamed vegetables taste. Really nice. Well, this is a really nice recipe, and I'm definitely gonna cook this again. And I advise you at home to try this out as well. It's really nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Cooking with Tendo Unlimited. Like the video. If you're not subscribing to the channel, then subscribe. And leave a comment below. I'd really appreciate that. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright? Take care. Peace.